Hello, let me introduce our system SQLBot. First, let's get to our web page. In this web page, you can check out our system and our team, and clicking the news icon above, you can see our recent work. But for now, let's get straight into the demo. The view on the left is where we can search for the schema of the database that we want to analyze. The view on the bottom is where we can type in the natural language query and check the SQL query translated by the system. The view on the middle is where the query results will be shown. Results can be shown either as a table or a graph. Now, let's select a database and execute some queries. Here, you can see the schema of a DB called concert singer is loaded on the left. Let's first write a query to list all the data in the table stadium. We can see that our natural language query is translated into SQL, and the corresponding result is shown in the middle. The gray letters under the natural language query show the predicted query type. When a user sends a query, SQLBot classifies the query into one of certain types and take action based on it. Here, inform SQL means to translate the query into corresponding SQL. And the percentage shown under the SQL describes the translation confidence of the system. Now let's send an additional query to focus on the name and the capacity of the stadium. So now only the name and the capacity is shown. And by clicking the icons above the table, we can also view the results as a bar graph or as a pie graph. Okay, so the basic functionalities are now all introduced. Let me click on the erase icon to reset the conversation and show you examples of longer interactions. Here we can see that our SQLBot understands the context of the given query. When the user asks, "What about the concert name additions?" the system remembers the previous context about Super Bootcamp and only changes the value of the where clause of SQL generated in the previous interaction. Now, let's ask more questions that requires the understanding of the context. Here, we just asked a question that doesn't require referencing the previous queries. And as you can see, SQLBot Do successfully figure out that now it's a new context, and it translates the query into a correct SQL without any problem. I think we had enough with the concert singer for now, and let's play with one more DB about student dormitory. The schema of the database is shown on the left. There are tables describing students, dormitory, and dormitory amenities, and other tables that describes the relationship between them. Okay, now let's ask some questions. From the resulting table, we see that each dormitory have different amenities. Now let's look into dorms based on their amenities. Again, we can see that our system can deal with queries that require an understanding of context. Here, the system understands that which of them in the natural language query refers to dorm with a TV lounge. Thus, the front part of the SQL is identical with the previous one. Here, SQLBot classifies the user's input thanks as a special query type thank you. In this way, the system knows that the conversation ends here, and it clears the result table, getting ready for a new conversation to start. So this is the end of our demo. If you are interested in our work, please check out our webpage. And if you have any questions, please contact us. Thanks.